All right, how do I... All right. We'll do that. We'll try that. All right. Alrighty. All right, that's booted. That's booted. That's booted. All right. All right, so gonna try to generate some conversation this morning on NFL Week 4. We're here. Let's do it. I think I'm gonna hit TikTok as well. All right. Good morning to my YouTube people, to my one YouTube person. Shout out. I see one person in here. Okay. Still good, great, frankly, good to great CLV on the Lions edge that we have this week. Did that push through the 10? Did it get to 10.5? Pinnacle's at 10.5, actually. This scares me. This brings me back PTSD a little bit from the Packers game against the Browns last week. Such a disappointing end, but all right. Let's do. Here we go. Boom. Give me that. Give me the loop. All right, good morning, guys. Let me know what games you want to break down. Happy to talk through whichever ones are of interest today. Obviously, we got the Minnesota Vikings and the Steelers game going on now. I think that's at halftime. So about a couple hours till the morning slate kickoff, but I'm trying to go live here on TikTok at the same time. So give me just a sec. NFL Week 4. All right. Give me the green screen. Oh, that is way too big. Yikes. All right. What do we got? 4 official plays that were on this week. This screen grab, this was taken from when we recorded our weekly episode. We don't have a position on the Baltimore and KC game, but nonetheless, we showed a little bit of edge, or really have showed some edge on this game pretty much all week long, but not quite enough for us to take an official position on it. Good morning, Robert. Good morning, my man. All right, so I'm gonna try to. Why can't I scale this down? Let's go live. Okay, we'll do it live. Okay, this really needs to. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Oh my heavens! Oh my heavens, me! All right, that's a joke. All right, plan B with that. All right, let's go, guys. What for my YouTube folks out there right now? What do we got? What's good? What you want? What you need? 4 official plays for us. One of them we got really, really good CLV. That's the Lions game, frankly. So, I mean, yeah, we gave that out. We gave that out at -7.5. So I think the market's at 10 basically right now. You can get a 9.5, an expensive 9.5 out there if you'd like. But yeah, can't get that number anymore. So really, always a good omen but also makes you a little superstitious when you see such good CLV like this. Any idea when the week 6 plays will be posted? Yeah, hit the clutch. I would say it's possible by the end of the day, potentially some point tomorrow as well on Monday. The markets, will open and go live at circa around noon-ish. So that's when we kind of first take a peek at it. It's largely dependent on when some of the back-end data gets carried over, like from CFP Fast Start. But yeah, normally it's going to be a Sunday or a Monday for sure. A little difficult to tell week to week exactly when that will be, but that is the general timeline. All right. So I need to take this one. This is what I need. All right, so I'm going to duplicate this. Delete you. Copy this. I'm just going to copy everything here. Copy, paste. Okay, we'll see how this works. All right, page 3. We'll download. I don't want all pages, just want the current. Done and done. Go. All right. So CFP picks were excellent the past few weeks. Yeah, no, it's been on a very favorable, very positive run for college the past couple of weeks. Yeah, for sure. So yeah, you could chalk it up to one or two things, but I think one reality of this game, is at the end of the season we expect, or we're anticipating that the model will hit at around a 55, maybe slightly higher than that % clip, right? So I think after this past 2 weekends, we're hitting somewhere maybe above 60%. So, or maybe even like 65%. I'll have to double check after this weekend. But, point being, there will be a weekend or two where some regression will hit, right? Some variance will hit. So that's going to be normal part of the game, but nonetheless, man, yeah, it's been a fun couple of weeks for sure. All right, so I sent that. What did I just do? Was this? Okay, yes, it was. Okay, says share with myself. Oh, shoot. Share. Okay. All right. Let's keep it going, though. So yeah, we got great CLV on the Lions. Am I sharing my screen still or no? Oh, looks like I closed that out. I'm gonna pull this back up then. Where was that? Damn, where the hell was that? CFP. God dang, man. God dang. All right. There we go. All right, share. No, give me. I want Chrome. Okay, I have my photos up. Where you at? All right. Okay, that's a joke. So, file. There we go. So there we go. All right. Now we bust this open. There we go. You don't need to see you don't need to see me big screen. All right. Finally. Let's do it. Okay, we'll do it live. Okay, I want NFL week 4. All right. All right. By winning. Yeah, so I had the clutch. Hopefully that maybe that gives you some reassurance or not. I don't know, but that is the reality of the situation. Yeah, we're hitting like again, damn near 65, 70% the past couple of weeks. Year to date is like I said, I'll have to check after this last round of CFB, but we're trending favorably, let's just say. 3, 4. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7-3 again this weekend in college football. So looking great, but again, we're we're shooting the cloud. We're punching up right now. What's that phrase, right? Expecting to hit 55%, towards the end. Maybe hopefully a little tick above that, but there may be a week or two of some variance or regression coming our way, but all good. 4 plays today, though. 4 plays today in NFL. One of them we gave out on our YouTube. We're on Broncos -7.5. We got that at even money. Let me see if that's still available or where that is. We got that at plus 100 at ESPN Bet. Doesn't look like that number is available anymore. We said it was good. There was still value at -105. Those prices largely do not seem to exist unless you're in a state with any of the exchanges, ProfitX to be specific. Looks like you can get -101 there. Yeah. Or Novig as well has -7.5 even money plus 100. So if you live in a state where the exchanges are at, I do highly recommend you take advantage of them. They were here for us in Arizona, but then it got shut down for us. So all good. Maybe they'll be back. Got the Saints plus 16.5. Did not expect it to go to 14.5. Dang, 16.5. Yeah, that was a bit. That was one of the bigger numbers I recall ever seeing. Right. But yeah, I mean that one. I don't know when you took the 16. Is 14.5 now. That's a lot of numbers. That's a big number, Adam. Yeah, 16.5 is a huge number in the NFL. That's a huge number. You rarely see these type of spreads. But yeah, this opened at 16, and then just a couple days ago, looks like it got bought down to the 14.5, though. They still got to win by basically 3 scores to cover the game, which is wild. But hey, Vikings -1, disappointing my Sunday morning. Is it still halftime? Is it still halftime of that game? I mean, I think they're down. I think they're only down 1 score still, or hasn't moved yet. So third quarter, they're down by 8. It ain't over yet, but yeah, this one has had some wonky things happen already in the first half. Not really a kind of a normal game script. A couple of turnovers, a couple of overturned turnovers as well. So a lot of fluky stuff happening in these overnight or these international games. Supporting as a result of your kindness to Pharaoh. Yeah, thank you guys. Yeah, that's been a cool thing to see. Obviously Seth has been doing a lot of the face-to-face with Pharaoh over the past few days. But yeah, I mean we've all been paying attention to what he's doing and the interactions. And I think part of the thesis for us is, we just want to continue to support people who are supporting people. And this space, the sports betting space, is just riddled with nothing but, it seems like, grifters, scammers, douchebags, all the above, you know. So it's nice to come across somebody who is genuinely a nice person, you know. What's your background screen mean? Yeah, so these are the games that we are on from our model standpoint, and the numbers, the 16% edge is technically the value that we have, or the edge that we have over the market in them. These were snapshots taken from early in the week, maybe like Wednesday or something like that. So they're slightly different now, but these are the games that we have bet into using our model and approximation of our edges at that time. Now, caveat, of course, if you do this, a heuristic or rule of thumb to live by is you never have the edge you think you have, right? But but nonetheless, especially in the NFL, like you're not actually going to have a double digit edge. Like it's just kind of the nature of the beast, right? NFL is so hard to find a consistent edge in. But we've been hitting 55% past few years, so we know our edge still exists. Whether or not it's 16% is, can be debated openly. Which side? Yeah. So we gave out a free play on this. We talked about it on our YouTube, which was up Wednesday. If you guys are interested in following along with that, we do a weekly NFL and college football show where we talk about our edges and give out free plays. Our free play this week was on the Broncos -7.5. That one still looks like it's largely available. We did, again, give this out, say even money or -105 is okay. Those prices don't look like they're available unless, like I was saying, you can get access to the exchanges, the Novigs, the ProfitXs, et cetera. So if you have access to the exchanges, we still show that there's some value to be had on the Broncos, but this one hasn't moved really in our favor or against us, frankly. So a little bit of potential adverse selection issue going on, but let's see. So you like Bengals money line. I'm assuming with your edge, it would still be good now. Yeah, it all depends on price. We don't technically model out the money line edge, but to your point, if we show edge on the spread, you can make a deduction, yes, that there's value on the money line. But I don't know. Again, are you willing to lay on the Broncos? That is, are you willing to lay -390, -450? Like those are the prices that you get in the market right now, you know? If anything, there's probably more to be said about modeling out when we see value on dogs, right? And potentially looking at their money lines. If nothing else, obviously you can plus money odds on dogs, so your break even is going to be much lower. So we haven't done that formally, but yeah, there's nothing there's nothing official that we have on the money line either with the Broncos. What have I missed? What have I missed? Not much yet, JP. Not much yet. Just trying to talk about some of the games, giving the people a snapshot of where our edges are in this slate. But we're still going strong. We just started, so hop on, man. Let's see. All right, there we go. Good day yesterday. It was another good day, another good week, right, for college football for sure. So I was saying to someone earlier who was in YouTube or on our YouTube saying, yeah, it's been a crazy couple of weeks, but I would expect there to be a weekend or two of some variance or some regression, right? But if at the end of the year we expect or want to be at 55, 56% in college, for example, we are punching way above that right now. I'll have to double check after this weekend, but it's somewhere in like 60, 65% maybe that we're hitting right now, which is crazy, but crazy good, obviously. But yeah, the reality of this game is like that's not the most likely outcome where we'll end at the end of the year. I'll just say that. Man, these 9:30 a.m. games are no good for my marriage. Yeah, 9:30 a.m. Scott. I mean, we're in Arizona, bro. This game started at 6:30 for us. 6:30 a.m. Let's go. I'm a morning guy though, so I don't mind the early times like this, but yeah, I know it's brutal for some people. Oops. Man, these 9:30, yeah. What does edge mean, Carson? That's basically an edge. To oversimplify it, it's basically the the advantage, the quantified edge or advantage that we have over the market, right? So if the market's giving you one price or one number, and we say it should be a different price or a different number, we'll bet that, and the difference between what we got, the number we bet, and the number that's available in the market results in an edge. Because again, all the odd screens that you're looking at, man, when you're betting a number minus 110, all that is an implied probability number. Minus 110 is 52.38% break even probability. Just Google it if you're not familiar with it. Really easy to calculate and break down. But what that allows you to do is turn all of these numbers on an odd screen again to a percentage. And then once you originate your own numbers, you take the difference between what you spit out and what the market's given you. And the difference will be an edge like this. So that's what we do for every single game, every single matchup. And that's how we've been that's how we've been profitable in the NFL, hitting 55% past 3 years, and been profitable in college football as well, hitting around 54%. I was just saying to somebody too, like we've been going crazy in college football so far, almost like 65% right now, which is nuts, which is great, obviously for our subscribers and our members, But yeah, with NFL or really for both sports, that's slightly oversimplified, but that's what it is. What happened to Donald? Who's Donald? Donald who? Donald Duck? What are we talking about here? I'm buying a month on Tuesday, hoping you give out something for us on the live. Yeah, JP. I mean, we're happy to give out. I guess I'll give out. I'll give out one officially because we talked about it on our YouTube. That we gave out for free pick of the week. That's going to be Broncos minus 7.5. Again, we didn't see any CLV on this one. You're not going to see CLV on all your picks, right? Of course you won't, but maybe a bit of adverse selection going on. So tail at your own risk for sure. I mean, we talked about this on Wednesday, and the market hasn't done anything with it. So we said it's good at plus 100 or even money, and we said it was good. There was certainly value per our numbers at minus 105 or better. That number can only be had, it looks like, if you have access to the exchanges now. So most of the retail books are at minus 110 or worse for 7.5. But if you live in a state, again, where there's no VIG, ProfitX, highly recommend you sign up for them, number one. But number two, get down on the exchanges at those numbers. So Broncos minus 7.5. Another one where we've seen crazy good CLV and you can't get our number anymore is Detroit Lions. We gave this out at minus 7.5, and the market has absolutely gobbled this up. Market's now largely at 9.5 or 10. So the number we gave out is far long gone at this point. So that's great for us. That means we got good CLV. That means our process in the long run will result in profit. But we saw anytime you have a good CLV doesn't mean it's an automatic winner, guys. You know this. But again, it's a strong signal to us that what we're doing, our opinion that we can inject into the market, is valuable. So we're gonna keep with the good vibes, keep with the good juju. Vikings have Wentz in the game. Yeah, I mean, what's his name? JJ McCarthy is hurt still. I don't know how long he's going to be out. Does he have an ankle injury? So he sat out last week. Carson started last week, right? And he's still in this game. So I don't know how many more games he's going to start, but Carson Wentz, man, he was one of our fade gods. Like, we love to fade Carson Wentz, honestly. But the numbers didn't bear it out this week, unfortunately. I think we made that number What do we make it? I think we made that number -8 in favor of the Steelers, which was, I think, the market. What did the market close at? Do you guys remember? This one closed at like 6. Let me see. Or no, 2. Did this close at 3? Was this a 3? I forget. But yeah, per our numbers during the week, we didn't have any official value. We didn't have a position on this one officially. Okay, and then let's see. Any other ones we've got good CLV? The Chargers, not quite. We don't have not really a ton of CLV in that one. We gave out I take that back. I'm looking at the wrong number. So a point of CLV worth in the Chargers game as well. We gave out a 5.5, and market's now at 6.5, which changes the outcome, right? Changes your break-even probabilities, changes your cover probabilities. So not the same thing to grab a 6.5 as it is a 5.5, obviously. You like Packers? No, we don't. We don't like the Packers or hate the Packers. I think either one. I'm gonna see what our numbers make it based off the market now. So we say Packers by 5. Packers -5. Market looks like it's at 6.5. So we're saying that's to stay away from the Packers side. About a -6% edge, frankly. Honestly, we show a little bit of value on the Cowboy side at this point. Our model does not take into account specific injuries like injuries to CeeDee Lamb, positional players. We take into account quarterback injuries, but not skill position players like that. So, that's no model's perfect, right? But we show a little bit of edge per our numbers, but not nearly enough for us to take it, and especially not on game day. We don't bet anything on the game day. We bet openers. We bet early and immature markets. We do not bet closers. We cannot beat the close in the NFL, period. What's your side on Chargers Giants? We are on the Chargers, I will say. Ted, we gave out to our subscribers, we gave out a -5.5 early in the week, and that number is no longer available. So looks like only 6.5 if my handy dandy odds screen is correct. Although it looks like if you want, again, if you're in a state with the exchanges, no VIG, looks like it might have a 5.5. I don't know what kind of liquidity there would be with that. You'll have to double check that. But that looks like the only place you might be able to get a 5.5 at this point. But again, another potential adverse selection situation. Like, we haven't seen CLV on this one. So is this one of our better bets, if you will? Remains to be seen. All right, let's keep it going. Guys. There's only 19. What happened? We had 200 people in here at one point. What happened to all the folks? Let's get some likes on the live, please, guys. I want to keep breaking down games. I want to try reaching out to as many people as possible here. Let's get some likes going on the video, please. I would appreciate it. And then we'll keep talking about whatever games. We'll talk about our numbers, whatever you want to get to. Let's do it. But that was wild. There was like 200 people here at one point. Now there's only 30. Shout out. Steelers Vikings. Yeah, Ethan, our numbers were right on market. So we didn't have a play in this one. I forget what we said. And I can't look at it now because the live feed, the live odds will throw off our numbers. But we had questions going into this one about the Vikings for sure, and Carson Wentz's performance. Obviously, they had a crazy good defensive showing last week against the Bengals, right? Looking not to be so much the case this time around, but these international games are so wonky, man. So wonky sometimes. And like I was saying earlier, you've had a bunch of fluke stuff happen in this one already. Turnovers, overcalled or overturned turnovers. So a lot of fluke stuff already happening in this one. Panthers asking about the Panthers. All right, let's get to it. So we're pretty much right on market on this one. We make the number 5. -5 in favor of New England. Market looks like it's at 5.5 throughout. Yeah, so we do not have a position in this game. Based on our numbers, there's no edge to be had in this game. And this one hasn't moved really at all. So the market doesn't see too much value on either side of this number, really, or hasn't all week. So unless something comes in last minute here, this one's a true coin flip, looks like. So stay away for us. Stay away for us, JP. You're looking at a -2.5% on Carolina's side or on New England's side. Where's the Patriots at? Patriots, yeah, about a -3% edge based on our numbers. Bengals, Denver. Yeah, Ted, again, that was our free play one that we gave out on our YouTube earlier this week. So we're on Broncos -7.5. Our regress number makes this -13. You never have the edge you think you have. Like we don't have delusions of grandeur. Like we don't actually have a 16% edge in the NFL. But yeah, our numbers really like Denver in this one. So we're on them -7.5. We got this one at even money, and we said this was good to -105 because it's all about price, guys. It's not just about what you make it, right? You have to understand and know and appreciate the number and the price that you're getting in the market. -7.5 at -105 has a lot different value proposition than -7.5 at -120, for example. Price matters. Price always will matter. So if you can't get a -105 or better, it's a questionable play. There's still going to be value, frankly, but because we show a pretty much a large edge. So even at -110, there's technically value, but yeah, we said -105 would be ideal, or -110 if you want to get technical. But that's still largely available in the market. And again, that's not one where we've seen a ton of CLV in, as opposed to the Lions, for example. Lions we gave out as 7.5 as well. -7.5. What numbers are available now in the market? 10s, which is crazy. 10s are available. So huge CLV realized in that game. Obviously doesn't mean that we're going to win that one, but that is a huge signal for us and should be for you. If you're considering, wanting to partner with us, bet with us, or thinking about it, like we can get better numbers than what the market will give you at close, which is a good sign that what we're doing has a long-term profitable, is a long-term profitable strategy. Bears. All right, we want the Bears game, huh? Bears play, who they play today? Las Vegas, right? Yeah, so we make the number -1 actually in favor of Las Vegas, JP. So pretty much, again, right on market on game day here. So based on our numbers, there's no value to be had whatsoever. Looking at a -3 or 4% edge on the Vegas side, and on the Bears side, about a -2% edge based on our numbers right now. So yeah, we make it -1. Markets looks like it's at 1.5. Nothing doing there. Who do I start? Drake May, Goff, or Purdy? Don't have opinions or don't really do fantasy stuff here. Do you think the Giants can upset the Chargers? Yeah, of course they can, LB. Of course they can, right? We saw this last week just with the Packers and the Browns, right? The Packers were 7-point favorites, right? Something like that. We were on the Packers too, and then that obviously did not go our way. So can these things happen? Yes, absolutely. It's all about, can you assign a probability to that? Can you assign numbers to that? Right. And if you can, then that will give you indication whether or not perhaps picking the Giants money line has edge, or against the spread has edge. Again, yeah, just since we only model out, margin of victory and the spread stuff, our numbers say that there's value on the Chargers for sure. We say they win by 8. That's regressed. Our number is -8. Oh shoot, my fault. Yeah, all good, Joey. All good. What's your opinion on the Penn State Oregon State game? Yeah, and I mean, we didn't have a model opinion on it. We didn't take a position on it officially, but it was that was kind of a strange game, tale of two halves, at least for Penn State, right? I mean, it was cool that it came down to overtime and all that, but Franklin gonna Franklin, man. Franklin gonna Franklin cannot take down the big dogs. Can't win against ranked opponents like that, man. It's crazy. Thoughts on the Broncos? Yeah, we like them today. We are high on the Broncos today. Our numbers say there's value. I mean, yeah, this edge right here. I mean, you never have the full edge you think you have, right? But our numbers are on the Broncos today, -7.5. We say there is value to be had. Yeah, it's a shame. Yeah, it is. It is a damn shame. But you know what? Like with the expanded playoff, still, you should feel generally confident that they'll be in, and whatever. I mean, it's all good at that point. Like they're going to get into the playoffs, right? It's just where do they get seated, and what happens then will obviously be key. But yeah, the expanded playoff stuff makes these type of ranked matchups slightly less impactful, in my opinion, but still important. Everyone should have took the under in that Oregon Penn State. They should have. Why should they have? They would have lost. In fact, they did lose because of overtime. Hey, what up, Doug? They did lose. Yeah, that's a tough break if you have the under, unfortunately, right, Joey? But why should they have? It was certainly trending that way. Lions, great bet today. Falcons, another great bet. Yeah, Lions, per our numbers again. I mean, we got huge CLV on this one. We gave out a 7.5, and you cannot get a 7.5 anymore. Only a couple expensive 9.5s or 10s in the market now. So huge CLV for us on that one. And what was the other one you said? Falcons, great bet today. Okay, interesting. Yeah, no value per our numbers on that one, but if you got some data that tells you otherwise, Godspeed, man. Yeah, we make the number -1 in favor of the Falcons today. Mariota's still in for Washington, right? So no Jaden Daniels still. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see what kind of leash Michael Penix gets. Didn't they pull him at the end of last game or at the end of last week and put Cousins in for a minute? So we'll see. We'll monitor that situation. See what happens there. But he obviously did not play very well. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Know what exactly? Everyone should have. Oh, you didn't know that the under lost? Okay, yeah. Well, it did. Y'all talking any college games? Yeah, Ethan, not yet, my man. The market will open for week 6 later this afternoon. We'll obviously run our numbers for week 6 at this around the same time. And depending on all of the back end data being available, we should have our week 6 college plays available and ready later this afternoon or evening, or perhaps tomorrow, Monday. But either way, we'll be sending out the email to folks who are subscribed those plays when we have them officially. But no college ball here for this point and purpose. No sense in Monday morning quarterbacking yesterday's games, and again, we don't have output for next week either. So, yeah, looking for Penix to bounce back. Young QB, Flex McConkey, Chase Brown, Jalen Waddle. Yeah, no opinion, man. We don't do fantasy stuff here on this page. We just bet into the main markets, and we win money here. That's what we do. All right. Shout out. What up, my YouTube peeps? Okay. What else we got? How you feel about Colts money line? I don't think I feel any way about that, to be honest. So we are on the this is the Rams and the Colts, right? So we make the number -3.5, which is right on market as far as the spread goes. So there's no value from the spread standpoint. I don't know if there would be value on the Colts money line. We don't formally model that out, but that is something might be in the pipeline, or might be something to look at deeper into the future. But we're still on market, so we don't even have value on the dog at this point, right? So if we have value on the dog, then there might theoretically be value on the money line for them as well. But right now we're right at market, no value on either side of this from our standpoint. So would be, in my opinion, is a stay away. I'm not touching that one. Chargers win. Chargers win. I hope so. I think so. We're on that one officially, man. We gave out Chargers minus minus what did I say? 5.5, excuse me, at minus 115. So 5.5 is not available anymore unless again you have access to the exchanges, NoVIX, ProfitX, things of that nature. We don't, unfortunately, anymore here in Arizona, but if you can, that's where you might be able to find some liquidity and get down on that. Otherwise, in the market is only 6.5 really left, which changes your output, man. I got -6, -111 days ago. Yeah. At ProfitX, Doug, ProfitX, according to what I'm seeing here, Chargers -6 plus 100. I don't have the app open. You'll have to check what kind of liquidity that actually is, or what liquidity, how much liquidity rather there is. But sometimes, like on these odd screens, the best number will pop up, but there might only be like $7 of liquidity or 25, whatever, you know. So you have to double check. You have to double check. Can get plus 103 -6. Shout out. There you go. Bears, Las Vegas. Interesting with the line flip. Did this one flip? Yeah, let's see. So Raiders favored by 2 here. So when did this flip? Because I see Pinnacle opened at 2. Circle looks like open at 1.5. Looks like Vegas has been favored the entire time. Looks like Vegas has been favored the entire time. So I'm not seeing a flip in this one. But what do you think about getting down again? Doug, yeah, I would advise against it, to be honest, man. Like if you bet a number early in the week, especially how we deploy and utilize the model, right? We hope or expect to see CLV. If you don't, and if that number is still available day of or day before game, not that play is less likely to hit in a sample size of 1, but you are potentially dealing with adverse selection issues, right? Which means relative to some of the other plays, like the Lions, for example, where we got crazy CLV, or what was another one last week? I forget exactly, but throwing out examples, you're not going to be able to get more down on plays where you get CLV because the numbers that you bet aren't available anymore. So why would you want to get down more on a number that hasn't moved your way? So word of caution on that. I would not advise it. But hey, to each his own, man. To each his own. Plus, even if you get a -6, they still have to win by -7 for you actually to win the money, right? You'll push on the 6, on a few times, but like they still have to win by 7. We got the 5.5, or at least gave that out. And if you got a 6, nothing wrong with the push probability added in there, but they still have to win by 7 for you to cash. What about Chargers -6? Yeah, I mean, based on what our numbers had relatively solid value on this all week. Technically now, yes, our numbers still show there's value at the -6, but again, I would caution against betting into these markets on game day, guys. This is not something that we advise. We bet openers. We didn't get CLV in this game. We didn't get a full point, rather. We got a half a point of CLV, basically. But on game day, guys, you are whatever edge you think you have, whatever mental model you're using, it's not going to be good enough to beat the close, to beat game day lines. It's just not going to be. So this is one we're riding on. We're on -5.5, but yeah, game day close edges are a whole different beast, guys. Pats -5.5, no value, right? So yeah, our numbers are right on market with this one. We make it -5 in favor of New England. So we show no value on either side of this one, frankly, from the Pats side or the Panthers side. 2 plays Monday night. Yeah, feel good about these. Yeah, usually that's a bad sign. Yeah. No, it is what it is, Double Monday night. I mean, these double headers on Monday night, not a fan of as a fan, but yeah, it is what it is. They're both Monday night. No biggie. Yeah, only half point COV, but you're off a key number. Yeah, no, that's That's fair. That is fair. All righty. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's see what's going on in this Vikings game. Ooh, Vikings going up another score, 21-6 now. What happened? What happened with this last score? Who scored? Who got in? Kenneth Gainwell, 4-yard rush. Shout out. 11 carries, 2 TDs, 2 tutties. 2 tutties for Gainwell. Good for him. All right, let's keep it going. So 4 plays officially. Again, our free play of the week that we gave out, guys, was Denver Broncos minus 7.5. Excuse me. No, come back. Yeah, we got this at plus 100, even money. You know, we said we're saying up to minus 110 is okay. That number is still available in a couple of spots, couple of rec books. Unfortunately, I haven't got a ton of CLV or really any CLV on this one, so bet at your own risk, bet at your own peril. But yeah, that's what we're riding with. That's a Monday night game, so we'll see. That's one of our Monday night games. The other one is the Miami Dolphins and Jets game. Wow, why am I all laggy? What's going on? Here we go. When might we start seeing the pass run funnel videos from you guys again? Yeah, user, we talked about that last week on our YouTube, and so we intend to start crunching some of the numbers with those things this week, actually, after this round of data. So it doesn't mean there'll be plays or angles to be had with those two, but that is on the horizon very, very soon, my friend. Very soon. All right, YouTube, what up? Let me know for you folks in there what games you guys want to break down, what data you want to see. Happy to try to talk about any and all of it. Raiders Commanders pass funnel didn't really pan out. Yeah. I don't know if you took some pass funnel angles on them last week, but yeah, with Mariota, are you talking about from the Commander side? I'm not sure which side you're talking about, but yeah, with Mariota, their game plan kind of shifted a little bit. But from the Vegas side, I forget the game. I forget the script in that one. What happened in that game? But yeah, don't worry. I mean, Doug, like I said, to the user's point, like we'll start to run some of the numbers here. Seth was talking about it, where we were talking about it on the YouTube this week. So more to come in the near future on that for sure. Commanders ran the ball over them. Yeah. One of those things too. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. All right. Mariota only threw 1 pass TD. Yeah, with the pass funnel stuff too, like you guys might have noticed last year or will notice maybe this year, we'll probably start to focus in on props such as pass attempts or pass completions, right? Because passing TDs, there's a lot more things that have to go right in order for those touchdowns to happen, or even the completions. Frankly, the receivers got to catch the ball. But with pass attempts, those are with a couple of pass funnel angles, those are ones where we definitely were looking at because only one thing has to be certain, right? He only has to throw the ball X amount of times. So there's different ways to look at these angles and whatnot, and we'll definitely have some more content and discussion around them in the near future here. Yeah. Your online tool has been great. Went 4-0 yesterday using it for CFB. Shout out Easy, man. Yeah, that's good, man. Appreciate you. Are you a paid subscriber, a paid member as well, or are you just talking about the free data? But if you're a paid member and you used it for betting game day lines, Godspeed, man. Shout out. But yeah, obviously, if you joined before, I guess Wednesday of this week, you would have gotten all of the plays, emailed to you. So hopefully that was the case. But if not, if you're using the data on our CFB team data table, which is up there for free, like that's what's up, man. Good for you. Happy to hear that. That's part of the point about why we put that stuff up there. We want people to be able to use data that is actually predictive and stop using box score stuff and stuff that's descriptive, right, and not predictive. But yeah, happy to hear. Just talking the free, yeah, but I'm thinking of joining like what you guys do. Yeah, appreciate it, Easy, and good for you, man. Good for you. Happy to hear that. Let's see. All right, guys. We got only 17 people in here. I don't know. We got to get back. How do we have 200 people in here earlier? We got to get back to 200. Let's see if we can get at least back to 100, guys. Try to like up the video, please, if you could, while we're here. Want to keep talking about the games. Want to keep talking about some of the edges. Let's see if we can get back to 100 people in the live and maybe 5,000 likes here. So can I like my own video? I might like my own video. I'll help it out. Here we go. Let's go. All right, so let's keep keeping that like button if you guys, or keep the comments coming, guys. Appreciate it as well. But let's try to get back up to 100 people here in the live, and we'll keep this thing rolling. Game's kicking off in about an hour. Steelers laying the smackdown so far early on the Vikings in Dublin, and yikes! All right. We'll see. All right, let's keep it going, guys. Michael, appreciate it. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, sir. Thank you. What is going on, guys? 4 plays officially for us this beautiful Sunday. Actually, only 2 today on Sunday, and then 2 tomorrow for the Monday night games. Thoughts on the Philly-Tampa game? Yeah, sounds good. Haven't talked about that one yet. So we're right on market at this point. We make the number -3.5, and that is where the market appears to be at right now. This open looks like at 3 at the market making books, and is got bought up a 0.5 point. So not a ton of movement there. But we're right on market. We make the number 3.5, so we're saying we don't see any value to the Eagles side, nor the Tampa Bay side. Love how you guys help Farrell. Yeah, man. Shout out Farrell. It's good to see. Glad that stuff is resonating. It's good to see good people do well, or attempted, and to the extent that we could help on his journey, he seems like a good human being, so that's why not, man. Why the heck not? Wishing him success. Got Falcons +3 Monday night. Nothing better than CLV. Nothing better. I would disagree. I would say nothing better than winning, but I get your point. I see your point. Well taken. And Falcons and the Commanders +2.5 is available out there now. So yeah, CLV is CLV, my man. I agree with the sentiment. Worthy model, Juwan. Don't do fantasy stuff. Thanks for yesterday. Shout out, Glenn. Yeah, hope you guys had a good, profitable day as well. Have seen a number of social media cappers that have been hating on Farrell. Yeah, I mean, it's par for the course, man. I'm sure we get all kinds of hate too, and we don't even know about it. I mean, it is what it is. That's what this space has become. It's ugly. It's ugly in pockets, right? We all know this. I don't need to go down that road or beat down that horse, but it's generally sad state of affairs for sure. Let's go. Love. Yep. All right. Shout out. Let's keep it going, guys. Halfway there. Let's try to get some more likes if we can. Our free play of the week from a model standpoint is Broncos -7.5. We got 3 more to talk about. Let's get to 5,000 likes and we'll talk about it. We'll talk about where we're at. Okay. But let's keep it going. Ladies and gentlemen. Shout out Clutch on the YouTube. Not much doing on YouTube. I might shut that down. We'll see. All right. Welcome in, everyone. Let's keep it going. Steelers laying the smackdown early. Game's kicking off in about an hour here. We got 4 plays for this weekend slate, including Monday night. So excited to see. We're coming off another profitable weekend in college football. So very happy, very excited about that. We are all cylinders all cylinders are fine in college football for sure, man. So if you guys are considering becoming a member or subscriber, go to our website, check it out, man. btb-analytics.com, or follow the profile link, and you can get signed up. We are hitting our stride in college football, looking to do the same here in NFL. Excited about it. Ole Miss, shout out Ole Miss. Yeah, feel bad for Steve. I think he was on -5.5 on their alt, and they won by 5, I believe. So close one, close but no cigar on that one. But yeah, Ole Miss, that was a good win, not only for the model, it was a good win for our futures because we're fading Ole Miss. We are under their 8.5 wins total, I believe. I took -5.5. Yeah, all good. No, all good, man. Yeah, it wasn't a bad play for a little bit there, right? It had some legs. It had legs, but okay, where we at? Odd screens lighting up, late movement coming in on some of these games, looks like. Still very happy with the CLV, crazy CLV that we got in the Lions game. We gave out a 7.5. Good luck finding that. Good luck finding that at a reasonable price. Chargers, similar deal, but to not as dramatic. We gave out a 5.5, which does not appear to be available anymore. Nothing, no movement in the Jets and Dolphins game, and then the Broncos from a number standpoint, 7.5s are still there, but pricing has moved a little bit, I guess, in our favor, if you will. George Pickens, Keon Coleman, yeah, Cruz, don't do any fantasy stuff, man. Don't do any fantasy stuff here. Thoughts on the Pats today? Expect regression for the Panthers after 30-0 against Falcons. Yeah, okay, interesting take. Yeah, cool guy. Patriots in that game. I mean, from what the market is at now, we're right on market. We say the number is -5 in favor of New England. Market looks at 5.5. So those two combinations, there's no value on it from our standpoint. Pretty much both both New England and the Carolina side is -3 or -2% edge. So it's a pretty solid stay away. And from a market standpoint too, what's this one done all week? Anything? Oh yeah, I remember this one. This one has hardly moved at all. So the market does not perceive there to be any value on this number, on this game whatsoever. True coin flip. All right. 5K likes. All right, let's talk about it real quick. What team is your model show the best value? Yeah, so you can kind of get a sense here from this graphic above my head here, but our numbers show that Broncos are the biggest edge for us this week. So our regress number makes this -13 in favor of the Broncos. So you never have the edge you think you have, especially in the NFL. Like, it's highly improbable that we actually have a 16% edge or whatever. But our numbers really like Denver this week. So we are on them. We gave them out on our YouTube early in the week as well. But -7.5 Broncos is our free play and the game in which we show the largest edge as well. Walk me through Lions edge. Yeah, I mean, this is coming down to I'll give you two things here. So we gave out, like, the reason why this edge is partially so large too. I wonder what it was when it was 7.5, because we gave this out at a 7.5. I would love to know. I can't look back. I don't have a good way to do it at the moment. What our edge was in at the beginning of the week, but we gave out a 7.5, and again, the market's at 9.5 or 10 here. But I feel good about it. Obviously, from a CLV standpoint, I have a little PTSD from last week because we were on a similar situation with the Packers. We were on the Packers over the Browns last week, and the Browns just ended up winning outright. This is on the road now. Luckily for us, they're in Detroit as opposed to in Cleveland. But a lot of this comes down. I mean, obviously, Cleveland has a huge defense, huge defensive edge, but a large swath of this comes down to quarterback play. a lot of how we derive our edge in NFL comes down to how we model out and treat quarterbacks. And Jared Goff's numbers versus Joe Flacco's numbers are just night and day, basically. Joe Flacco is adding about less than 2%, less than 2% points over expected for his career. But over the last 10 games specifically, he's basically costing the Browns 3.5 points. And Jared Goff on the flip side is basically good for 10, just below 10 points on his last 10 games. Like he's worth that much to the team. And so the biggest edge and the biggest differentiator is in the quarterback play, frankly. So we like the Lions a lot in this one. Our numbers, we got a 7.5 again, like I said, and market has agreed with us. So that's a huge sign, a huge signal to us. Good, positive CLV. We'll see what the outcome is, obviously, but happy with the process. We'll take this 10 times out of 10 going into any game, right? And we feel pretty confident that 6, 7 out of those 10 times will be on the right side for sure. Giants slim spread on a rookie. Oh, Giants slim spread on a rookie QB against a good team. Slim spread. I mean, it's a touchdown spread. I mean, would you call that slim in the NFL? Maybe. But I think with a rookie QB like that, there's the potential for. I mean, there is inherently a little more uncertainty when you insert a guy who we quite literally have not seen play before. Could he be complete shit? Yes. Could he come out gunslinging? Yes. They're both of those outcomes are possible, right, in this scenario. So makes a little sense, if you want to oversimplify it from that perspective and why it's still a 1-score spread and not double digit. But is your model saying the Giants win outright? No, unfortunately, our model is not saying that. We are on the Chargers side this week. But not from a money line standpoint, we don't technically model that out. And again, we our numbers like the Chargers in this one. So from a money line standpoint, you have to be willing to lay quite a heavy number. Oh man, my own system is aligned with this. Thank you. All right, shout out. Godspeed. What about Harbaugh history against rookie QBs? What, Glenn? What is that history? I'm not aware of that history, but if whatever history that is, I can bet you it's a small sample size. It can't be more than 10. Can't be more than 10 games. How many rookie QBs has he played? In fact, it might be even less than 5. 4-0. There we go. Yeah. So 4-0 what? Straight up against a spread? Like, what are we talking here? So this is the problem with trends and stuff like this, guys. It's looking back and trying to find signal in noise, right? What does that ultimately mean? Like, what can you legitimately derive from that stat with respect to will the Chargers cover or just maybe outright win, against the Giants here in this case? Like, what does that actually mean to you? And could he go 5-0? And could it go to 5-0 this week? Yeah, 100%. 100%. He could go 5-0. That doesn't mean it was it's a data point in which you should use as far as modeling out or handicapping it. Like 4 is such a small sample size. But again, we're betting into the spread markets here. Like, I would be curious to know what his spread ATS record maybe is against those rookie QBs. That might be slightly more telling, but still largely kind of a garbage thing in my opinion. Are you on any totals this week or just spreads? Yeah, so I am personally on a couple of spread plays. So I'm on the over. I'm on the over for Cleveland and Detroit. Actually, our numbers have shown value on this all week. So I'm on the over 44.5. Our numbers say 48. This will come out to be 48 points, total points scored. And then there's one under edge I believe I was on. Which one was it? I forget. I could check my phone, but I'm on live right now. I forget. I took one other one, and I don't think there's any more value on it based on our numbers. We have that data up on our website for folks to look at and peruse. We haven't, formally given out any totals yet, but it's a whole nother round of data to kind of keep track of. So I've been taking plays in which basically for like a half a unit for which our numbers show value on early in the week. So if you're a member or subscriber, you could certainly do the same. I think I've taken 4 or 5 plays so far, and I've taken 4 and I'm 2-2. So I have 2 more going into this weekend at half units. So losing the vig at the moment, but yeah, any given week there's about 3 or 4 plays where we're showing value to the over, to the under. But one I know for sure is the over in the Cleveland and Lions game. Are you on the Jets tomorrow? We are not on the Jets tomorrow, Glenn. Our numbers are on the other side. They are. This one, again, hasn't moved from a market standpoint. This one is still largely at 2.5, so really no CLV for us in this one. So tail at your own risk, but we are on Dolphins minus 2.5. The only slightly positive, I guess, in that sense is we got this at minus 115. So it looks like only one place has a minus 115, and that is still that's still ESPN Bet. It's okay still technically at minus 120, but if he gets to 3, that's no more value. All right, guys, I appreciate y'all hanging out. I'm going to head off here now. We had some good volume earlier, but looks like we're dying down a little bit. So I'm going to head off here. Appreciate you guys hanging out. 4 plays for us officially again this week. Huge day in college football. Looking for another huge weekend in NFL. So good luck to everyone, and we'll see you soon. So the main market is priced here. You can see you can bet Cincinnati plus 8.5 minus 115, or you can bet Broncos minus 8.5 minus 105. So in this case, I'm going to say we're going to buy points because we think, well, I want to be more safe. I think Denver is going to win, but I'm not going to bet my 8.5. Let's just buy the points. Let's just play this minus 170.